This is a nice attempt. It's probably the best of any Mario games for casual gamers, which I'm sure they were going for, even though this is still kind of hardcore for the Wii. These things are apparently space Goombas or something. I thought they were bloopers, or just generic aliens, but no, they are called Goombas according to Mario Wiki, which wikis are never wrong. Oh well, there's a bunch of stuff to do here. I don't really care about any of it. Let's see, is this... okay, good. This Goomba will try to commit suicide to turn itself into a thing that launches me up there, but Luigi has no need for launchers. Luigi can fly, even when he doesn't have a fly-o star thing. Anyway, here are some boulders. Whoops. If you break them on their red spot, which looks like it's cherry-flavored to me, I think I just like associating too many things with candy, and I need to... yeah, that goop... yeah, great times. I didn't have any problems when I was going through as Mario, probably because I wasn't getting all excited and talking and not thinking about what I'm doing. But anyway, this game is super generous with where it saves when you can respawn, so it's not going to be a few... yes, it's not going to be a few problems if I mess up a few times. I would like to pop one of these, but apparently I cannot figure out how the gravity on this planet works, despite the fact I've played through this like at least 4 times just from beating a game completely. But I should be off it pretty soon. Oh, come on, I was touching it, stupid collision detection. Why are they rolling around? I guess in space. I mean, if you can say this is space so they have infinite momentum, I would think that something as ridiculously massive as that planet, I mean, something like this to have Earth's gravity, I'm sorry, it would be a black hole, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not an astrophysicist, but I am pretty sure that when something this small has gravity equivalent to a major planet, it is probably going to have enough mass to be a black hole. I don't know, maybe black holes only exist as cheap cop-outs to avoid not being able to die by falling, but... whatever, that's probably how realistic things happen. I mean, black holes totally wouldn't just consume this planet, and I will be heading over this way, which I did not know existed for a long time. But it is a fun alternate route that does not really give you anything and takes like 3 times as long, but it takes you to a part of the galaxy I never knew how to access until I was dicking around a lot, and it actually is a introduction to these switches that are kind of based on old-timey blocks, I guess. I guess you get a 1-up out of that, but it still takes a lot longer, and probably there would be like enough star bits not here that you could make up for it, but I don't care. I like having the ability to take multiple paths places, and this is one of the sadly few areas where it occurs. I really don't like these launch stars either. I mean, it's surely pretty, all this stuff, and it definitely gives me time to talk, because that was just like 2 or 3 seconds there. I think this is a weird moneybags monster that you can attack somehow, and I don't know how to do it, but I don't know how to do it. That's why I said I don't know how to do it. Anyway, Luigi sure needs to platform, eh? Yeah, I don't like this because it makes the level seem totally disconnected. I really wish you could have gotten the... I mean, I'm sure if they had had more production time or something, they would have ended up doing it, but later in the game you unlock a flying star, which is used in the level which you unlock it, and then the observatory to save a few seconds to get to levels, and you never get to use it inside of a main level, which I think is a shame because it would be really fun just, I mean, even if there was no objective in a level like this, just to fly around all the different planets and collect star bits and stuff like that. I mean, they could have easily worked 100 coin stars into this, not the purple coins. I don't know, I'm just gonna say if you're watching a Luigi run through, you might be familiar enough with the game to know what I'm talking about in some of these things, and just stay tuned if you're not, because I will be getting every single star, and there are none changed for Luigi, just a few instances where the name Mario is changed to Luigi. Anyway, here is the first not giant star, and it looks even more like candy to me, I don't know, but I do have to say, of all the unnecessarily long cutscenes, I do like that, because it certainly beats Mario Sunshine's You Gotta Shine Sprite thing. That feels more epic-oo, if you want to call it that. So anyway, because we haven't had enough forced training lately, let's listen to this guy tell us how to feed a Luma and how to shoot star bits, which I guess is kind of important, but you don't really have to use it very much. And why can't I skip this text? Why can't I... Why doesn't he say, do you know how to fire star bits? And I say, no, yes. And he's like, are you sure you don't want me to tell you? And I say, no, I do not want you to tell me. He says, okay, that is okay. I'm sure you know what you're doing. Anyway, that actually does become important later, that Lumas like them, because like 30% of the stars in the game are got by feeding hungry Lumas so they explode into a joint path, or feeding hungry Lumas so they explode into a galaxy. Anyway, a lot of level diversions here. In Super Mario 64, there are already like 2 different rooms you could go into by this point, but I will just say right now this is a very linear game, and I will get that off my chest, and I will not dwell on it anymore, because no one wants to hear me dwell on that forever and ever like I will if I am not stopped immediately. And see, this little flying in cinematic is cool, but really after the first time, I don't need it. Yes, welcome to the galaxy. I've already been here. Thank you for offering, I guess. Oh man, I like forgot there was even a side flip jump in this game. It's so hard to do. It's like you have to be running and then, or maybe it's just Luigi, because Luigi, despite the fact he's faster and jumps higher and is better in every way, he does have a bit of difficulty stopping. I do like these. I have no idea why they're here. I think it's like artificial lengthening of the game, but it's still fun. 1-ups aren't important at all. And I'm not sure why they're glowing. I never really thought about that, but it doesn't make sense that they're glowing. They're mushrooms. They aren't glowing things. They're mushrooms. Oh well, this is basically just like showing off that the Wii doesn't actually have 64-bit graphics like I think every other game up to this point had implied. I forget when this. I have no idea. I just remember that this, Brawl, and Metroid Prime 3, the only like serious first-party games for the Wii, all came out in the same general time frame, and Mario Galaxy came out late enough to not be referenced at all in Brawl, but early enough that they could use all the sound effects or something. Oh well, yeah, this is what I don't like. See here, you can't go back to the first area that had the first star. You have to go here. There is literally no way to go anywhere but to this star. There's like 1 star per level, which has a diverging path, usually through a hungry Luma. But there are some secret stars I actually do like, but they still tend to be very linear, and it's more like a fork in the path rather than a free-forming world. But the game seems to be going for that, and I'll accept it, and I'll just hope Mario Galaxy 2 takes a bit more of a explory approach like the olden games did.